In 1513, a poor and exiled diplomat named Niccolo Machiavelli wrote ideas so unsettling about human behavior that powerful institutions pushed them away. Leaders criticized him, and his name became linked with darkness for centuries. Not because he lied, but because his observations felt too real. They challenged comforting beliefs about love, loyalty, and human goodness that most people prefer to keep unquestioned. What he studied was not just politics or rulers, it was raw human psychology that still shapes every relationship today, with your friends, your partner, your family, even coworkers. Once you truly understand what he noticed, your view of people shifts, trust changes. You stop being caught off guard because he was not teaching evil behavior. He was exposing the self-interest already living inside every human heart, including yours. The people who attacked him were often doing exactly what he described while pretending to act with higher values. Today, we are not looking at myths about him. We are exploring what he actually saw. The patterns behind broken friendships, fading love, hidden conditions in family support, and silent competition at work. This is not theory. It is a pattern that has repeated for centuries and continues in your daily life. He once wrote that people are ungrateful, inconsistent, dishonest, fearful, and driven by desire. When things are easy, they stand by you. They promise everything. But when pressure comes close, they pull away. Read that slowly. Feel the discomfort. Notice the voice in your head resisting it. That resistance itself proves his point. Humans prefer illusion over truth when the truth feels too sharp. He also explained that people judge what they see on the surface, but few understand what is truly inside. Humans perform loyalty in public while quietly acting from personal benefit. This is what makes his view powerful. He included himself in this reality. He did not claim moral superiority. He said all people operate from self-interest, and understanding this is necessary to deal with life clearly. Think about your closest relationships, the ones you believe are unconditional. Now imagine losing everything: money, status, looks, health, ability. You become a burden instead of a benefit. Who truly stays? Be honest. That small number reveals the reality of loyalty. Others are connected to what you offer. This is not an attack. It is a description of how human attachment actually works. Machiavelli observed people under pressure, during conflict, and in survival situations. His conclusion was consistent. Every relationship is built on exchange. Even when people believe they act from love, there is still value being given and received. That value can be emotional, social, financial, or practical, but it exists. And when that value disappears, the connection often fades with it. Look at real life. A close friend drifts away after your situation changes. A partner loses interest when you stop meeting certain needs. A family member only calls during problems. A coworker becomes distant when your path no longer benefits them. These are not rare cases. They are normal patterns. The connection was tied to benefit, not just emotional attachment. He would simply ask, "What did you expect?" Even rulers who believed they were loved were replaced when better options appeared. The loyalty was never about them as individuals. It was about what they provided. Your relationships follow the same rule. When you understand this, you stop taking it personally. You stop being shocked. You start seeing behavior clearly. First truth: people stay for benefits, not bonds. Affection follows personal needs. Respect follows strength and boundaries. Many confuse the two. They think love guarantees good treatment. It does not. Respect does. In relationships, people stay because their needs are being met. When someone else offers more, or when you offer less, the connection weakens regardless of history. Second truth: people constantly test limits. Humans naturally push boundaries to see what they can get away with. If you allow behavior without consequences, it continues. If you enforce limits, it stops or changes. This is not always intentional harm, it is natural behavior. People move toward what benefits them and avoid what costs them. Your reactions teach others how to treat you. Third truth: attraction fades without space. When someone becomes fully available, fully predictable, and fully merged into another's life, they lose value. Mystery disappears. Independence fades. What was once interesting becomes ordinary. Attraction needs space, individuality, and a sense of choice. Without that, people are no longer seen as exciting, but as something always accessible. This leads to a deeper idea about respect. It is better to be respected than simply liked. Being liked often means pleasing others at your own cost. Being respected means having limits and standing by them. People may not always agree with you, but they treat you better because they know crossing your boundaries comes with consequences they cannot ignore. Understanding this changes everything. You stop expecting people to act against their own interest. You stop hoping they will be better than they are. Instead, you build relationships where mutual benefit exists, where respect is clear, where balance is maintained. This does not remove emotion. It makes your connections more stable because they are based on reality, not fantasy. In the end, his message is simple. People are driven by self-interest. Loyalty depends on conditions. Relationships involve exchange. Boundaries create respect. Independence keeps attraction alive. You can ignore this and stay surprised, or accept it and move smarter. The truth may feel uncomfortable, but it gives you control. And that is where real strength begins.